Hello and greetings from Iceland. Some of my subscribers might remember the mudslide that occurred shortly before last Christmas in a narrow Icelandic fjord called Seyðisfjörður on the east coast. Luckily, we had no fatal accidents. This was, however, the largest landslide that has swept over an Icelandic town. In total, 39 houses were damaged, 12 of them completely destroyed, and 5 more significantly damaged. And some of those houses were over 100 years old, and the Museum of Technology was badly damaged, and the antiquities were destroyed, but it was immediately clear that the townscape would change permanently. And after the mudslide, residents were moved to safety. Some of them could not celebrate Christmas at home due to restrictions, and it was clear that it would take a long time to rebuild the town, or as close to the old look as possible. But first and foremost, the task was to make the town safe again by building defensive structures. So some of the rocks and the mud that came down has already been used to make barriers, and this isn't the first time that this town is hit by a mud flow. We have seen smaller landslides occasionally, and they originate mostly from thick glacial sediments just above the town. And what triggered this landslide was unusual rainfall for days. In this case, it was almost 600 millimeters of cumulative rainfall between December 14th and 18th that caused this, or the heaviest rainfall measured over a 5-day period in Iceland ever. And when we compare it to the rainfall in Reykjavík, it is annually around 860 millimeters. So it was very strange weather that started this, and Icelanders generally agreed to do what needs to be done to make the town habitable again. Seyðisfjörður is not just a beautiful town, but it is the first town that many foreigners see when they visit Iceland, and that's because here is the harbor that the tourists pass through when they come from Denmark, often with their cars, which makes it a very popular tourist destination. Originally, the town was settled by Norwegian fishermen in the year 1848. They built some of the oldest houses, but sadly, some of them were destroyed in a mudslide. And what we see today is just the beginning of the next stage, or to rebuild. And I have to say that I was very happy to see that they have used the summer very well. We even see some of the green colors appear again, where only 9 months ago was just a thick layer of mud. And this cleanup operation wasn't easy. First they had to find all personal belongings that were scattered all around, making it impossible to use heavy machinery for the first months. And for a while I was a bit worried that the town would not look the same again, or that the shock would scare some of the people away from there and such. So it was only a pleasure to see how it's going. And they are still working on solutions like to drain the area above the town and install some measuring instruments to monitor movements in the soil there. But we remain very hopeful for the future of the town. But as soon as I saw the drone footage from December, I knew that I had to follow up on this. So I hope you enjoyed to compare December and August and what has been done. Then I have a small hint for you movie lovers, because this is one of the towns that was used as a movie set in the movie The Secret Life of Walter and Mitty. And I've always said that it's very rare to see Hollywood movies show our country in the right way. But Ben Stiller managed to do so. And there are some great scenes from Icelandic nature there. So I recommend it. This wasn't a town that needed any CGI to look pretty. And as for the future, I'm sure the people will do their best to make the town look as beautiful as it's always been. And with that, I'm sending you best regards from Iceland, the land that is always changing.